Hey, I'm Hawk, and I wanted to make this video to share exactly who we help, why I can help you, why you should trust me. I heard Sean Puri from My First Million talk about where you are constantly posting endlessly with no end really in sight. You're not seeing the returns in terms of the reach, the impressions, the subscribers, the sales from that actual effort you're putting into posting. So instead of just going endlessly on this content treadmill, my goal is to help you get more mileage out of your marketing. So every episode you create, we're doing it in such a way that there is some level of evergreen built into it. And then will this also be able to help you repurpose this content to help you succeed on the other platforms you want? So whether that's Instagram or TikTok, LinkedIn, email lists, whatever that goal is. Honestly, the people that I get a kick out of helping the most are the ones who feel like they are stuck on a content treadmill. And that can either be you being afraid to step on and hit start, or you feeling you're endlessly posting with no real results and you've been doing that forever. So my goal is, if you're in that position, you're a small business owner or freelancer or coach, is to help you get more mileage out of your marketing and your time. You might find yourself in a position where you want to sell your sawdust, which is this byproduct of the things that you're already doing or good at, the skill sets that you have, the things that feel like play to you but work to others. You want to be able to monetize that and sell that in some way without being sleazy. Or you are in a position where you're having a tough time articulating your unfair advantages, the things that set you apart, that create this own corner or piece of the market for yourself. And if that's you, then Pod Mahal is the place for you. You are the type of person this was built for. When I was starting out, I had this thing that I call TMZ syndrome, which is the fear of being seen. It is the fear of, oh my gosh, I'm gonna breathe wrong, I'm gonna have no makeup, no gel on, and my breath is gonna look terrible. When I talk, the fog is gonna come out weird and somebody's gonna capture it on camera. That feeling of not being represented the way you want, or making a mistake and having it be out there forever and possibly it affecting you and your future opportunities, that is scary. And I know that feeling of being judged by people around me or people that didn't even know me would really prevent me from hitting start. When I decided, okay, I want my work to be seen in some way, I want to share it, I want to do it in a way that doesn't feel so awkward and cringy, I realized that Instagram was a place that I wanted to do this, but there were 96 million posts per day that I was competing with. I'm posting once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, just to see what's going to kind of stick. And then I fall off the boat completely for weeks at a time and see no results. And the internal thought that really comes in is like, what I say or feel doesn't really matter. And every time I post, I feel dumb and dumber. The one thing that I find true after 7 years of trying to create content online as a nobody is that there is no way to get better or let your best self shine through once the feeling of dumb has been founded. I get it. It's extremely hard to create and publish when it feels like no one is watching or listening. And I guess that's why they say the true test of character is what someone does when no one is paying attention, nobody is watching. In 2016, I was slugging away as a fitness instructor, opening the gym at 5 a.m., teaching 6 spin classes a day, then rushing home to drive Uber for extra cash. Sleep, rinse, and repeat. And then I started my first show, which is now Inside the Mind. Cut to 2017, my podcast lands me my dream internship with Invictus Fitness in San Diego, California, and a job at Revival Strength in San Francisco. And this is where I produced and co-hosted another podcast with Marcus Philly for another 9 seasons, 100 episodes on the show Look Good, Move Well. And this show has gone on to crush it. It's still going and doing well over 1 million downloads. In 2020, after contributing to the fitness space for over 10 years, I started Pod Mahal to help people take quantum leaps in both their self-expression and business through podcasting. Now, the process, if you feel like a nobody who is stuck on the content treadmill, is to, number 1, find your topic trifecta, the 3 different things that you want to talk about. When you talk about just one thing, it's hard to be the top 1%. But if you can be the top 25% in 3 different things, that's something from Dilbert's blog, it is a very, very efficient way to make yourself and your show unique. Number 2, talk your ideas out using podcasting as the trunk of your tree. Align your personality type and goals with the type of platforms that then become your branches. And the reach is going to vary. Number 3 is to plant 100 seeds that have room to be nourished by nature. And in this case, it's the algorithms, it's other people, it's letting kind of the world do its thing once you've put it out there. And number 4, now you have a small world that attracts tourists. You have 1 tree, 2 trees, you have 100 trees where people are like, man, I want to come hang out in this forest. I want to see what's going on. And the thing that I can actually guarantee you is that if you record 100 episodes and you publish them, your life will change. You will have conquered TMZ syndrome. You will have made connections that never would have happened otherwise. And you will get comfortable hitting publish regularly, which is the key to sustaining your growth anyways. Now, there are 2 ways that I help. I offer done-for-you production so that you can just show up and record, and then me and my team take care of the rest. Or if you just need some help getting your podcast up and running, I offer podcast launch in a day. It's a one-on-one with me for 6 to 8 hours, and you'll have everything you need, systems, equipment, workflow-wise, to kind of start, record, and publish your first 3 episodes and keep that process going. Now, make sure you go to podmahal.com and download some of our free tools like our podcast launch checklist, podcast content planner, podcast promotion planners. Once you do that, you're on my list and I'm in your corner. Anything you get stuck with, feel free to reach out. I'm only a message away. When you bet on yourself with podcasting, you're going to build an asset that has leverage and skills that will last a lifetime, a catalog to show for your work. You'll carve out a blue ocean for yourself in the market. You'll earn more flexibility with your time and location. You'll have more energy because you're actually selling your sawdust and not working against the grain. And every episode you put out is a robot that is working for you for 24 hours, 365 days a year, 7 days a week for free. The worst is watching months go by and other people executing on a variation of your ideas. And then the people who are thriving on referrals, I mean, your worst nightmare, referrals drying up because people stop talking about you. The problem with waiting for the perfect time is you still have to get through your bad reps. There's this concept that we all have 4 hours per day that we could really eliminate and condense and find 4 hours of wasted time that goes into other things like maybe TV or stuff like that, that you could invest in a project like podcasting if you wanted to. So imagine getting 35K in time that you get to put into your podcast, into your content, into your story, into your ideas. I know what it's like to seeing no path to a profitable pie. You have this vague idea that you're afraid to talk about out loud, and you want the flexibility that comes with creating content, the time independence, location, but you're stuck on the content treadmill. I know what it's like to be stuck and be feeling like you're almost at rock bottom. Your content's never going to go anywhere and you're not going to be able to make money from any of this stuff. And I can tell you that if you invest in podcasting and you play the long game and you leverage it right, you will have strangers interested in what you have to say. You will develop the skills, the strategy, the mindset, and the workflow of a rapper. You want to own your studio. When you have an idea, you want to have the space, you want to have the brain to mouth presence to be able to sit down and either write or talk those ideas out. And over time, you will develop the systems to distribute and monetize your skills. So again, hit me up, drop a comment, reach out, ms@podmahal.com. I would love to hear from you. And if you need any help at all with your podcasting journey, let me know. Check out podmahal.com for a lot of free tools to help you get started on your podcasting journey.